You are most welcome to Dhammacharaka YouTube channel. Today's topic is Lord Buddha's great wisdom. The Buddha was self-enlightened. Although he went to some teachers to study under them, yet none of them could show him the way to the ultimate truth. Therefore, he decided to rely on his own effort to find the truth. Once an ascetic who was so impressed by the radiant appearance of the Buddha asked him who his teacher was. The Buddha replied, "All have I overcome, also I know. From all am I detached. All have I renounced. Wholly absorbed am I in the destruction of craving. Having comprehended all by myself, whom shall I call my teacher?" Like a flower in full bloom which cannot keep the scent to itself, the Buddha started spreading the sublime message soon after gaining enlightenment. He decided to preach his Dhamma and share the supreme knowledge he had gained with suffering humanity. He was an incomparable teacher. In the verse traditionally recited by devotees on the virtues of the Buddha, it is said that he was completely and perfectly enlightened, Sammasambuddha. He was also endowed with knowledge and virtue, Vijtakarana Sampano, and knower of the words, Lokavidu. In addition, he was an unsurpassed guide of those to be trained, Anuttarapurisā Dhammasarati, and a teacher of gods and men, Sathadeva Manusandam. Certain people are extremely proud of their intellectual attainment. They claim to have knowledge, but their knowledge is seldom coupled with wisdom. One Western scholar admitted that the more we learn about things existing in the world, the more we create our own concepts and fantasies which are the product of our limited way of thinking and shaped by our limited senses. He said that instead of gaining wisdom, we have increased our ignorance. People who claim to know many things only develop their egoism and skeptical views which create more confusion and disturb the peace and confidence in their minds. The knowledge and attitudes they maintain often create more misunderstanding and conflict instead of generating harmony and goodwill. People may try to study about everything in this world and gain scientific knowledge which can explain many things previously unknown. Yet, this knowledge for what it is capable of is wisdom. While modern man's knowledge about the physical universe is indeed very extensive, the real wisdom to fathom the true nature of human existence is still lacking. The Buddha's wisdom therefore is still relevant to the needs of modern man, even during these times of advanced knowledge. Be regarded as the Buddha's understanding of all universal phenomena is not mere knowledge, but insight wisdom arising from his spiritual realization into the actual nature of the cosmos. We can get some idea of the depth of his profound wisdom when we study the Four Noble Truths he taught. Before listening to the Buddha, people were ignorant about many things. Why were they here in the world? What did they really have to do as human beings? Was there an ultimate aim in life? Why was it that people could gain no satisfaction in life, despite their formidable store of knowledge? Without the wisdom of the enlightened one, people would have gone on developing more and more craving and selfish desire, under the impression that they were progressing. But is it really progress when such pursuits bring more fear, worries, uncertainty and insecurity? Is it really progress when these, in turn, create frustration and disappointment, which will later lead to conflict, clashes, jealousy and enmity? We know from our own experience that when people have only mere knowledge, scientific or otherwise, but not supreme wisdom, they often are unable to live happily with themselves or with others. The more we remain in this world, the more problems we will have to face. Life is a big physical and mental battle for those who are unenlightened. The Buddha, who had realized the nature of existence and its real cause, can show us the way to liberation. Only an enlightened religious teacher who has realized the root of all problems is able to guide mankind to face and overcome them. Only the Buddha who has conquered ignorance can teach us how to be free from being entangled in sorrow and despair. We are constantly in danger of being smothered by greed, hatred and delusion, the bad motivations responsible for all evil deeds. Only the Buddha can teach us how to eradicate these bad motivations through the training of our minds. The Buddha understood that every component thing has what is known as the three characteristics. Every phenomenon is impermanent, and there can be no compounded thing which can remain unchanging for a single moment. Even modern scientists support the explanation given by the Buddha more than 25 centuries ago that existence arises from the conflict or friction of elements and energies. In this dynamic process of continuous friction, things arise and change according to the causes which condition their existence. Theratore, it is the nature of all conditioned things to change, without which there can be no existence. The second characteristic is unsatisfactoriness that underlies every component thing. Some people cannot understand why the Buddha spoke of unsatisfactoriness when in life there are many things which are attractive and beautiful, creating a sense of pleasure. They might seem so at the beginning, but what happens when these things change? Dissatisfaction sets in. Since we cannot really prevent changes from taking place, as explained in the first characteristic of impermanence, in the final analysis we cannot escape from unsatisfactoriness. In a sense, everything that satisfies our desires is the root of dissatisfaction later. Throughout our life, we pray anxiously for this or that to happen. If we do not get what we pray for, we will be filled with longing or even frustration. If that prayer comes true, we will also be filled with unsatisfactoriness. Our desires may change. It may bring problems we have not expected. It may also whet our appetite for more or better things. Also, the moment a thing desired is obtained, other desires are created and unsatisfactoriness continues ad infinitum. Human desires are really insatiable. Changes in the mental and physical spheres cause this unsatisfactoriness which we have to face daily. One moment, we may be happy and satisfied emotionally. But when that satisfaction starts to fade away, then frustration sets in. The Buddha realized this universal characteristic and explained that our selfish desire is really the cause of all our disappointments. Once we realize this truth, we have started the process to conquer disappointments. This is the beauty of Dhamma. Our attachment to worldly things, like the beautiful flowers in our garden, brings with it the seeds of dissatisfaction. When these beautiful flowers fade and wither away, we sigh with regret. Only the flower of mankind will live on forever through the Dhamma he teaches. Our faith in this special flower brings happiness because of the enduring nature of the Dhamma. Unsubstantiality is the third universal characteristic the Buddha realized. Most religions teach that there is a permanent entity which exists forever, but is it really so? All the other religious teachers try to satisfy the craving which people have for eternal existence by introducing the concept of an eternal soul or spirit and the possibility of this soul living on forever in an eternal existence. When the Buddha said for the first time that this belief is only imaginary, it went against popular belief, and even today, people who are so blinded by the desire to live forever find it hard to accept as truth. The Buddha taught the Dhamma not for the sake of pandering to man's craving or ignorance, but for them to realize the ultimate reality of things. He taught us how to destroy Maya, illusion, not to promise man some easy way out, along a primrose path to heaven. It is only through the destruction of illusion and ignorance that one can really be free, and not otherwise. Thanks for watching my video. If you like my videos, please like, comment and share, as well as subscribe my channel. May the Triple Gem bless you.